Here are 5 tips for elevating your life and raising your vibration. So number 1 is identifying toxic relationships. So this could just be being aware of your, the people you hang around. So this could be people who trigger you, manipulate you, are narcissistic, always wanting to be right, and you just don't feel good. So just pay attention to your feelings and how emotionally you feel inside when you're around them. Like if you feel yucky afterwards, or you feel like you're depressed or having a loss of energy, just think that maybe these people are not helping you, basically. So for me, like, I find that when I'm around people who are not uplifting, that they're in their own, their own shit, and then they never have something positive to say. I find that I just don't feel very good around them. And so I try my best to distance myself from them. So, people like that who are, angry, upset, depressed, unhappy, they're in a lower vibration. So if you want higher vibration people, find people who are encouraging, uplifting, loving, accepting, and just encourage you to do what you truly want to do. And then number 2 is cultivating positivity. So basically, this could be anything from like having affirmations, or doing meditation, exercising, going for a walk. Just basically anything you can think of that makes you happy. So if it's like dance classes, do that. If it's, kickboxing, I don't know. So just whatever makes you feel better and positive. And then just remember that our thoughts are not always true. So what we tell ourselves doesn't mean that they're true. So if your mind is going, oh, that was horrible, or they're making you feel guilty or shameful, just remember that that's your inner thoughts and that they are not actually true. So turn that around and make them a positive. So let's see here, for example, like if you're constantly criticizing yourself and, being very critical, and you're like, oh, I didn't do this, so I'm going to make myself feel wrong about it. Just think, okay, well, how can I change this in the future? Or how can I change this now? Because what happens now is all that's important. So if it's in the past, just let it go. And then so I do my best to do meditation. I do exercises on a regular. I eat healthy. I make sure I take the right supplements. I do a lot of research around health to make sure that I'm trying to live my optimal, health level. And then, just do whatever I can to be around positive people or listen to positive audio. Anything that's uplifting, encouraging, or something, or even something that you really love. So it's like, for me, it'd be like dance or singing. So it's just watching videos around dancing or singing. So it just gets you out of the funk. Or even like comedy. Like, I love comedy. So as long as it makes you laugh, it gets you out of your negative state normally. So that's number 2. Number 3 is joining positive communities. So I know this one can sometimes seem like a difficult one. So you could go on, let's say, like Facebook, and look up communities that you are interested in. So like if it's dance, look for dancing communities. If it's, I don't know, you can maybe even look up like encouraging or empowering, uplifting. You could be anything. And so, or like go and find a community out in your local community, and go and hang out with them and see if they're uplifting, and just try a few different groups, and then eventually you'll find something that sticks. Like if you're into business and you want to up level in business, go to business networking events. Go search for those, and then go and check those out. And if they feel like, you feel better, then keep going to those, and you'll eventually meet people either on your same playing field or higher. And so the goal is just to, elevate your life and hang around the people who are going to encourage you, uplift you, and just be in your same love community and connected with you. As soon as someone starts dragging you down, separate yourself from them if you can. So that's mostly what's important. And then number 4 is practicing self-care or self-love. And so I know this one can also be a difficult one. It was definitely a difficult one for me. It took me a long time to understand that I always thought that I had to be busy all the time. I had to, I had to be working on something all the time. Well, eventually I was doing that, and then I realized that I wasn't taking care of myself, so I got really sick. And so then I realized that, okay, maybe self-care is something that's important. So as soon as I started, taking, some time for myself, whether it was like just like a 5 to 10 minute meditation, just something every day that gets you in the habit of elevating your vibration, which is what meditation does, and it can get you out of your head. And it's okay if during meditation you're sitting there, you're thinking a lot of thoughts. Just observe them and be okay with them and say it's okay, but don't quit and just keep going at. And it's funny because as you keep meditating, you'll feel better as each day goes on, and you'll start feeling like your whole your energy and your vibration going up. And so, and this could be exercise. Everyone's different. So it could be journaling. Like I really love journaling. It's almost like when I start writing in my journal, it's stupid stuff like, oh, I did this today and blah, blah, blah. And then as you get through the first little bit of crap sometimes, then you'll start, writing about stuff that you're like, I didn't even know I had this kind of wisdom in me. So it's just like journaling, meditating, exercising, even going for a walk by yourself, listening to positive music. So or you could be taking an hour out of your day and going to get a massage, or just something that gets you out of your head. So, because we spend a lot of time in our head, and you don't get very far if you're constantly in your head. So it's just give yourself some space and some time. I know not everybody has an hour, so do something like 5 to 10 minutes a day, and then eventually you'll notice a difference, and then you may want to up that time. But it just depends on you and your schedule. And then number 5 is developing emotional resilience. So this is basically like, creating a growth mindset. So, do a lot of research of what, about mindset, and find ways that work for you. Like for me, I found also that gratitude, thinking about like 3 or 5 things every morning or before going to bed of what I'm grateful for. And then it's interesting to watch how your body and your state goes up and how happy you are. You're like, oh, I actually did work out this morning. I actually did wake up this morning. I got my makeup on. Something simple. It could be, I ate healthy today. I made my lunch today. Something it could be simple stuff, but your mind doesn't know the difference. So it realizes that the gratitude and the happiness actually continues to raise your vibration as well. Of course, you can do meditation as well. It's just learning to be resilient. And so I know that's not always an easy thing, because people in our lives can drag us down. But if you can get out of your funk and you can find something that raises your happiness or your state of mind, like comedy or just going for a walk to clear your head, just continue to do that, because you will become more resilient, and you'll be able to, like, even if people trigger you, you'll find that it won't be as hard, or you'll be able to be aware of it and won't be as reactive. So it just depends on, what you go throughout the day, but all of that helps. So it's like gratitude, meditation, what else? It's just being, letting go of things that people say sometimes, because some people can be very critical. It's just realizing that they have their own shit going on, and that sometimes people don't even realize they're being critical of you. And so, but they're being critical of themselves. That's why they're criticizing you, because it makes them feel better. And the same thing with like the line, hurt people. If somebody's hurting inside, they're going to take it out on you. And it's a bummer, but it happens. And just be, learn to have some compassion and understand that people are going through their own shit and you never know what they're going through. So just remember that it's not always just an attack on you. It's that they're unhappy themselves. So I just wanted to leave you with that. And then I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.